Welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight, we're watching and reacting to Bahamas versus Trinidad and Tobago in Group B of Round 2 of the 2026 CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Bahamas versus Trinidad. Trinidad coming off I wouldn't say lucky draw, but an earned draw that they really needed to find, or they would have been really screwed. Now, if they lose this game or draw this game, they're in trouble. Big trouble. They got to win this one. Simple as that. They got to win their first game next June, and they'll probably go through to round 3 if that is the case, if everything else on my predictions holds. Now, the problem is Costa Rica is their final game, so if they screw anything else up in the next two, they're screwed, pretty much. They ain't beating Costa Rica in Costa Rica, but in theory. How we doing, Alex? I'm not saying you ain't. I'm just saying if you screw up, you're screwed. How we doing? Malagon's injured, so Mexico will not take him to Copa America. You're screwed. Speaking of screwed. Starting 11s are as follows. For Bahamas in goal, Amard Adderley, Alexiou Cartwright, Jean Tilo, Jonathan Miller, Avelt Juliums, William Gardner, Quentin Carey, Michael Massey, Leslie St. Fleur, Wood Julmis, and Jordan Wilson. For Trinidad and Tobago, in goals, Denzel Smith, Aubrey David, Tristan Hodge, Josiah Trimmingham, Alvin Jones, Justin Garcia, Dwayne Maquette, Stephen Yates, former Toronto FC draft pick, by the way, Rion Moore, Andre Rampersad, and Malcolm Shaw. World Cup qualifiers matter more. 3-1 USA. Live Sport 24, third party. CONCACAF's website outside of Trinidad, or YouTube, I should say, outside of Trinidad. The YouTube channel could work if you have a VPN in Trinidad. Canada could be One Soccer. I'm not sure if that's how they say Canada One Soccer. I'm not totally sure. They could be showing this on One Soccer. Don't know. And I'm sure it's on cable in Trinidad. Flow Sports. Renil will probably come in with a channel for that, but like he did last time. But I feel like this is deja vu. It's called a watch long reaction. You've been here. You've been here. You know what this is. Ooh. Like overall, Navas, World Cup wise, Ochoa. Ochoa's a great World Cup goalkeeper. Navas is better overall. Well, that's weird. I'm sure Renil will come in with a channel like he did last time. Well, the U.S. has better players on paper. Anthems are being played. Next up is Trinidad's anthem. Trinidad wearing white shirt with red accents. Not exactly sure what I could call the red accents, but stripes. Yes. If you're in Trinidad, you'll need a VPN. If you're not, you can watch it easily on there. Well, it's in the Bahamas, or it's a Bahamas home game. It's being played in St. Kitts and Nevis, but it's a Bahamas home game, technically. So it wouldn't surprise me. But there's a couple of Trinidad fans there as well. Spain and Brazil maybe didn't really exactly. Brazil's not good right now. Spain, maybe they didn't really care about the friendly. leaves. Okay, I get it. What channel's the USA game on? TNT, probably. Yeah. I would do a Mile High. Trinidad beating France, too. Dude, if Canada can't beat France, Trinidad ain't. You couldn't even beat Canada. So if Canada beats France, you may have a chance. Slight chance, but that ain't happening either. Starting 11 for Bahamas, Adderley, Miller, Fleur, Tilo, Cartwright, Massey, Gardner, Julmus, Carey, Julmus, Wilson. It's been 3 months. Yeah, that would be great for Mexico. I don't think that'll happen. Marco Ortiz is the referee. It's a Mexican referee crew tonight. I say Brazil wins 2-1. 2-1. It's not going to be as much of a slapping as the Uruguay game, and Brazil's going to play their backups, but 2-1. Mostly. 2-1. Starting 11 for Trinidad, Denzel Smith, Hodge, Garcia, David, Jones, Rampersad, Yates, Maquette, Trimmingham, Moore, Shaw. Made a couple of changes from the first match. Well, yeah, that works too for the USA game. Brazil 3-1. I'm going to say Gonzalez plays tonight. Malagon would have played tonight if he wasn't hurt. I think Gonzalez is the starter this tournament. I don't think it's going to be Rangel as a starter after what happened. Yeah, I think it's Gonzalez. Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Even with Brazil using their backups, I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Acevedo's Malagon replacement. On the roster, yes. On the field, no. On the field, no. On the roster, yes. There's a difference. Just because you replace somebody on a roster with that player doesn't mean you use that player as a starter. That just means that's a new name on the roster. No, you didn't say on the roster the first time. Hopefully both teams draw. Game's about to start. Trinidad has to get a win here. It's that simple. Have to get a win in match 3 as well next year. This time next year. That should be enough. Depending on other results. And here we go. And here we go. Bahamas to kick off in St. Kitts and Nevis. I guess there's no good football stadiums enough to play in Bahamas. Woo! Stay off the weed. And we're off. Trinidad has the ball. This should be a lot easier. This should be an easier game. Who's to say it will be, though? Playing forward. Here comes Trinidad. Here's a good chance. Still playing the ball forward. Now think about it. Isn't San Diego FC not in MLS this season? Yeah, they start playing next year. Yeah. Header, they start playing next year. They've only started to sign their players, but this always happens. Like the summer before, they always get like their first signing. I mean, I have a soft spot for Trinidad, but I wouldn't say I'm a Trinidad fan. I mean, Trinidad's one of the teams that I'm more positive towards, like I think I want to see Trinidad do well. I have a soft spot for them. I think they got a good project. I mean, soft spot teams I'd say are Trinidad, Jamaica, Guatemala. Like teams like that. Yeah, they have to redeem themselves. I agree. Maybe I'll watch the end of it after this is over. So Canada, Trinidad, I guess. Yeah, people say he needs to go. People say Angus Eve needs to go. After the first game, Cardinal Cream. Yeah, they say he needs to go. I mean, I was cheering the CONCACAF teams in Copa anyway. Hell, I cheered the CONCACAF teams in the World Cup. I supported Canada, but I cheered all 4 CONCACAF teams in the World Cup. Same applies for the Copa. I'm cheering all 6 CONCACAF teams in the Copa. Of course, support Canada, but I'm cheering the other 5 as well. Didn't say they'll make the knockout stage, but I've always wanted to see CONCACAF do well in international tournaments. I think that's always been a simple thought. I've never not. 3:21. Where can you watch the match? CONCACAF's YouTube channel. If you're in Trinidad, you'll need a VPN. If not, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. If you're in Canada, One Soccer, possibly. Still could be CONCACAF's YouTube channel. If you're in anywhere else in the world, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Third party, livesport24.net. I'm sure Rene will come in with a cable channel as well, like he did last time, that we can add to that I'll pin to the top of the, in Trinidad, of course, but I'll pin to the top of the chat like I did last time. But 4 minutes in, 0-0. Yeah, it's nice to see James Rodriguez do better. I mean, he won't be his peak self ever again, but James Rodriguez is one of those what could have beens, Yeah. Like James Rodriguez in his prime was one of the best players in the world, but he wasn't there for long. He wasn't in his prime for long. He could have been there for much longer. I think he was a late bloomer as well, so to speak. Like when he got to Real Madrid, like he got there pretty late comparatively to some other players. Like Luka Modric got there pretty early. Jude Bellingham got there early. Carne asada after the game. I would not complain about that, but I am eating street tacos after the game, so I will be eating street tacos after this game, so technically I guess you're on the right path. If I'm eating street tacos after the game, yeah. How'd you know? 5th minute. Playing forward is Trinidad. They've had a lot of the possession, which they should have, considering who they're playing. But cross in. Cleared away. That was horrible. Plays forward. Here's a chance. Shot. Goal. 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 Trinidad and Tobago. Malcolm Shaw of Atletico Ottawa scores the goal for Trinidad and Tobago. He was in there. All he had to do was slot it home, and he sure did. The Atletico Ottawa man gets the goal and gives Trinidad their first lead of the qualifiers. Malcolm Shaw. Perfect run. There's no VAR anyway, not like it matters. One called in the moment, it won't be called at all. What a run. At the penalty spot, slots it home, Malcolm Shaw. The Atletico Ottawa man. And there you go. Glad to see you relaxing. I hope it goes well for you, the cover letter. You can have them anytime you want. It doesn't have to be Tuesday. 6-minute goal, 0-1, Trinidad and Tobago. The first lead of the tournament. Why are people putting cheese in hot chocolate? What the hell is this? That legitimately sounds... I love chocolate and cheese, but not together. Hell, even when it's a fondue place, they do the cheese first, then they give you a salad, then they give you the steak, then they give you the chocolate. 2 different pots. Almost USA. Seriously, though, I love the melting pot, but they do cheese, salad, steak, chocolate, or some sort of meat, where that's the boil, sous vide, or the grill. Trust me, I know. I've been there enough. 8 minutes in, 0-1 Bahamas or Trinidad. Yeah, I don't know. Playing forward, cleared away. Oh. Why am I watching the game? CONCACAF's YouTube channel, but I'm not in Trinidad. So if you're in Trinidad, you can't use CONCACAF's YouTube channel if you use VPN. LiveSport24 third party, LiveSport24.net third party wise. Canada could be on One Soccer. It could also be the CONCACAF YouTube channel. I'm sure Renil will come in with a cable channel in Trinidad like he did for the first game. Missed Portugal versus Croatia game today. They say Croatia looked very good. Yeah, Croatia beat Portugal. I'm not surprised. Totally. I thought Croatia was a better team than Portugal going in. I'm not too surprised. Ninth minute. Playing forward is Trinidad. Shot saved. Saved by Adderley. If he didn't get a hand to that might have went in. But CONCACAF's YouTube channel. You may need a VPN if you're in Trinidad to watch through the CONCACAF, or you would need a VPN to watch through the CONCACAF YouTube channel if you're in Trinidad. LiveSport24.net, third-party streaming. One Soccer if you're in Canada, because it could be on One Soccer in Canada. I'm not completely sure, but it depends. This is one of the ones they chose. Like they said where to watch. It is One Soccer in Canada, but maybe they didn't choose this one. 10 minutes in. And as I said, if there's a cable channel, Renil might come in with it like he did the first game. And I'll pin that as well once he does that. What's the best player from San Marino? I don't know any players from San Marino. I don't think anybody does. So I can't tell you. All time or currently, I can't tell you. We're online if in Trinidad. CONCACAF's YouTube channel, if you could use a VPN. LiveSport24 third party without, well, yeah, if you're streaming it that way, you probably should use VPN anyway, but you don't have to. And that's about as easy as it is. LiveSport24.net if you want a third party stream it and don't have a VPN. Hey, you know, they did it. Hey, England did it twice. Goes down. Penalty. Penalty. Penalty for Trinidad. Penalty for Trinidad and Tobago. Hodge taken down in the box. That's a yellow card. And Trinidad can double the lead. Who scored for the USA? They scored already? Damn. Yep. That is a penalty for Trinidad. Well, yeah, this time it was at home, but still, they lost to Iceland twice. It's funny that it happened twice. If I had a dime for every time England lost to Iceland, I'd have 2 dimes, which is not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Yep. Horrible tackle there by Cartwright. Goes in, not getting the ball, gets top of the boot. Yeah, that's a penalty. They do it. I think Toronto got it from Iceland. Or they were both. Or at least that's what people think. Cartwright gets a yellow card for his tackle. Here's a penalty for Trinidad and Tobago. This will be, if they score this penalty, this will be their 4th goal scored of the group. And they'll have a 2-0 lead against Bahamas, which definitely was needed. See who's going to take it. They're going to send up number 16, Alvin Jones, to take the penalty. Alvin Jones takes penalty. Here, they're going to go with a defender. Okay. So let's go. It's 13th minute. Alvin Jones to take the penalty to make it 2-0. 13 minutes in. Alvin Jones run up. Stutter step. Shot. Goal. 2-0. Alvin Jones penalty scored. Thirteenth minute. We'll go 14. 14th minute, 0-2. Trinidad leads by 2. And the keeper goes the same way, but just puts it a little bit over his hand. I wouldn't even say that was pace. I would just say he put it over his hand. But that's the goal, 2-0. Trinidad. Rebounding well from the draw. 14 minutes in. 2-0. And they keep going forward. They've gotten better. They started horribly. They've definitely gotten better as the season's gone on. I think ever since that Toronto win in New York, they've gotten better. They've gotten better results. They've played better. I'd still think Cushing's a bad manager, but the players on paper are playing to more their level. And I think some of their more recent signings that they needed have done what they needed to do to be put in better positions. Yes, and some of them might be doubles, but I will be covering every Toronto game during the Copa because they play through the Copa, so I will be covering those games. They may be double reviews, double watch-alongs. There may be a couple of those. Shot saved by Denzel Smith, and that'll be a corner for Bahamas. That was Bahamas' first big chance. 15th minute, 0-2, but I will be covering both those. Because MLS has to play that stupid Leagues Cup. Corner here. Because they have to play that stupid Leagues Cup. So they have to play league games through the Copa so they have enough time to stop the season for Leagues Cup. That's also why Liga MX play their first 4 jornadas during the Copa header in July. It's that damn Leagues Cup. That Copa Molero. USA looks terrible, 0-1. What, they got scored on? Colombia scored. Okay. I like goal for Colombia. It just happened. 1-0 Colombia. Who scored? 16th minute. Arias. Okay. This kind of reminds me, what I'm hearing about this Colombia game kind of reminds me of that Morocco game the USA played before World Cup 2022. Well, they're playing in America, and the USA on paper's got some really good players. I mean, I thought the USA would take it seriously. Looks like they're not. And then they got to play Brazil. Yeah, I don't know why I thought the USA was going to end their streak. I honestly don't know why. I didn't even really know about the streak, to be honest. Like, I knew Colombia was playing well. I didn't know that there was a streak. There's a difference. It didn't click for me. And whenever I say something, I don't really like backing down. I'm a stubborn jackass. I don't like backing down. I mean, I'll admit when I'm wrong at some point, but I should have clocked it was a streak, but there's so much things I have to keep track of. I just thought they were playing well. I didn't know it was a streak. Well, yeah, I agree with that. Again, CONCACAF's YouTube channel with a VPN, livesport24.net third party. I don't know what cable channel it is because Ranil hasn't put it into the chat like he did last time, and I could pin the channel. I would have said Flow Sports, but maybe I'm wrong. Like last time before he put in the channel. So, yeah, livesport24.net or CONCACAF's YouTube channel with a VPN. That's what I know by now. Pretty much, yes. Maybe not practically, or maybe not on paper, but he practically is. Over the top, that's going to be cleared away by Bahamas. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, I know they've been playing well. I didn't realize they had a streak. But yeah, I should have not gave the USA any hope. Well, retired. Was that autocorrect or was that... I hope that was autocorrect. '18th minute. Balogun, good chance. Good to hear. He was winning. Trinidad's winning 2-0. Again, CONCACAF's YouTube channel with a VPN, because I'm guessing you're in the country as is. Livesport24.net, third party. I certainly don't know. And I have a sense of humor that's going to get me burnt too one too many times. So, I get it, but And here's why. I have a sense of humor that's going to get me burnt one too many times. There you go. Because I'm a stubborn jackass. Cross in. Rush Sports Caribbean. Okay. Rush Sports Caribbean must be the cable channel it's on. Hey, I admitted it, though. Let me pin that. So the cable channel is Rush Sports Caribbean, or at least maybe Bahamas. Let's pin that. Okay, good. There it is. Oh, yeah, I can see that. No. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'm not going to guess what the jokes were, but, you know, I could see it. USA, Canada. I think Jamaica's going to get out of the group. Panama. Sucks for them. They got Uruguay and USA in their group, so they're not, but they're going to give it a fight. Mexico, I'm not totally sure. Mexico might just get knocked out, might get grouped. I think Jamaica's getting out of the group. Costa Rica, they got no chance in hell. Oh, wait, not Costa. It was Costa Rica. Yeah, they got no chance in hell. Yeah, Canada, Jamaica, USA, I think they will. Mexico might, but I'm leaning 50-50. I'm not totally sure. They can get out of their group, but they could also get knocked out. I'm not sure where I want to go with it, to be honest. So we'll leave them in the maybe yes, maybe no category. Panama and Costa Rica, no. So Jamaica, USA, Canada, yes. Mexico, maybe yes, maybe no. The other two no's. I barely watched. I haven't watched much since Mania. It's not that I don't want to watch it. It's just that I haven't. I can't really tell. I normally fall out after Mania time because then the MLS season gets heavy and I can't watch pay-per-views because them dumbasses put them on Saturdays. So why am I going to watch WWE weekly shows if I can't watch the pay-per-views? I think it's a waste of my time. See, here's the problem. Them dumbasses put all the pay-per-views on Saturdays. Guess what day MLS likes playing their games on? Saturday. Like if the pay-per-view's on a bye week, maybe, yeah, I'll watch the weekly shows heading into that pay-per-view. Well, no, it still might be a problem if Mississippi State might play that day. Who knows? My point, why do they have to move pay-per-views to Saturday? I hope they do move pay-per-views back to Sundays. Maybe I would watch more. I can still watch Rumble, Chamber, and Mania because MLS doesn't really get going until then, and it's Mania season anyway. Yeah, he's going to England, I bet. I think that's impossible. I think they will, honestly. 26-minute, 2-0. They all can. They can all get out. I could see a world where all the CONCACAF teams get out of their group. But, well, no, actually, I mean, Uruguay is good, but I could see a world where Uruguay bottles it. It'll be a weird world, but I could see it. Jamaica, Mexico, Venezuela. Yeah, they could get out of that group. Yeah. Costa Rica and Canada, they're in a group where it's just one. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, they both could finish second. I mean, yeah, it's possible. It's very unlikely, but it's possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. Retired. Yeah, Toronto would still play on Saturdays. 27th minute. I didn't say they would. I said it's possible. Unlikely, but possible. 27th minute. Playing forward is Trinidad. Unlikely, but possible. Cross. Landon Donovan retired, too. He's coaching now. He's coaching now. He won't be coaching after this year because the Loyal are folding, but, you know, he'll go somewhere. San Jose Earthquakes fire Luchi Gonzalez because he sucks, and they hire Landon Donovan. San Diego Lowell. Cross in. He won't coach San Diego FC. They want it to be a Mexican-based team. Then again, maybe they could sell it with that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not surprised, but it's probably because of the reconstruction remodel. Probably. Copa America would wipe the floor with European teams. Are you sure about that? Like Canada versus Netherlands told you? Really? More like they'll get the floor wiped with them. Atiba Hutchinson should have at least a hero card. I agree with that. And you hear the reason Robert Saboldi got fired? He got what? That can't be true. That can't be true. No. And I think I just saw a guy fall to his knees at a Target, but that's just. I think I just saw a guy fall to his knees at a Target, if that is true, but. That can't be true. That can't be true. Yeah, but he did play at San Jose first, so. Spoke too soon. Fact. Really. That. I mean, I did just see a guy drop to his knees at a Walmart, so maybe it is. USA is getting absolutely spanked. 2-0 Colombia. Oh, that's not good. Thoughts on European club teams going on U.S. tours to MLB, NFL, and college football stadiums? They do it every year in the preseason. I'm not against it now. You know, I'm okay with that, considering England can't win at Wembley. No, they're not. They're pulling a Morocco again. Remember that? 31st minute. This is another Morocco game. Cross in. Over the bar. Hey, you know what? I won't feel so bad until Canada gets curb stomped in the morning or the afternoon. But I won't feel so bad for, about what, 20 hours? Yeah, we'll go with it. I won't feel so bad. 32nd minute. Tomorrow's going to be rough. Probably, but I know it's coming. Hey, if you know what's coming, it's better, you know? As long as you know it's coming, you can prepare. You can prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Canada's going to get stomped out. It's going to be even worse. I know it will be. If they somehow have a worse, how do I put this? Least bad loss. If we only lose 3-0 or less to France or 4-0, if we just equal it, I'm going to be shocked. After what happened. I don't care what you learn, France will rip them to shreds. 33rd minute. I don't even know if we'll keep it clean for a half. If we do that again, CONCACAF YouTube channel. May need a VPN depending on where you are if you're in the islands. Livesport24.net. Third party. If you have cable, look at the pinned comment. Canada's won soccer, but I don't think that matters. France only beat Luxembourg 3-0. I mean, Canada's better on paper, but now you're Mr. Doom and Gloom. It's France. Do you blame me? It's France. Do you blame me? And Jesse Marsh is a stubborn jackass. I mean, I am too, but the point is, I remember when Costa Rica almost won against Argentina. Suriname 4-0 Anguilla. Good for Suriname. 35th minute. You can watch it for free, yes, in multiple ways. I'm sure there's also free VPNs. You're in the U.S.? Yes, on CONCACAF's YouTube channel. That easy. For free. For free. That easy. That's how I'm watching it. Who put a curse on CONCACAF teams? I don't know. Playing forward is Trinidad 2-0. I don't think the USA is ready for South America. They may not be. Anguilla, the worst FIFA member for CONCACAF. I didn't say he should be fired, but he needs to learn that there needs to be a plan B. There needs to be a plan B. If things aren't going well with plan A, change the plan. Stop sticking to the same damn thing. And hope magic saves your ass. That would be TNT and HBO Max. Don't fire him. One game is too much. But if we get 0 points in the Copa, I might just start screaming for it. Header over the bar. If we get 0 points, if we get 0 points in the Copa, if we can't even beat Peru and Chile, then I'll start saying fire him. If we lose 5 straight, I understand. We better have a better performance against Argentina than what we did France and Netherlands. But even then, I still might not say nothing. If we lose to Chile and Peru as well, then I'm going to start going for it. Then that might be my moment. But Puerto Rico ain't too bad. They actually got some good players. They actually got some really good players. So, and El Salvador can't score for nothing. So they could draw their They could draw and defend for the rest of their lives. They can't score. It didn't surprise me that no game after this, no. At least Fox tells me what I want to hear, says Risklander. You think Edmonton will win it all? Yes. That is a foul on Trinidad on the defense of Bahamas. 38th minute. Pulisic deleted by Colombia. What? So he got hurt? This ain't Fight Club. That's over the bar. That'll be a goal kick, 39th minute. This ain't Fight Club. Fox is my North Korea propaganda, says Risklander. What? Okay. I really don't even like Fox, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, I like Gutfeld sometimes. But Hannity, maybe. Vidal's the only player I know from Chile. What about Alexis Sanchez? Because World Cup qualifiers matter more. Besides, is there anything worth me covering for the U.S. game? They're getting curb stomped. It wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be much better. Playing forward is Trinidad, 39th minute. I'm a hurricane expert, but I don't know why they're called the Virgin Islands. I just know they're in the Lesser Antilles. Claudio Bravo. Oh, yeah, he still plays for Chile as well. Cross in. It's out. Figueroa. I just know the Virgin Islands are in CONCACAF. I know they're in the Lesser Antilles, and I know they get hit with hurricanes a lot. Or at least early stages of hurricanes a lot. Is it hurricane season? Yes. Started 8 days ago. And yes, that area that was on the GFS is pinpointing a certain area, and the Euro is pinpointing a certain area that time of the month, about June 14th. But it looks weak, and it keeps moving around the Gulf Coast. So there might be some formation of a tropical storm over the next couple of days off the Central American gyre, and there's going to be a lot of moisture going through the Gulf of Mexico. But a strong storm doesn't look exactly likely. We don't know exactly where it'll form, whether it'll be Florida or Louisiana, Alabama. We don't know. There's a little bit of formation, but yes. Yes, Alex? I've never heard of those either. Since I never heard of those, the Virgin Islands would win. Playing forward is Trinidad. Take the shot over the bar. 42nd minute. Because Canada could hold on for a half. Fair enough. They won't tomorrow, but fair enough. Lol. Has Chile ever won the Copa America? I think they have. I think they won those two that Messi lost in 15 and 16, yeah? They won both of those. They won the Centenario, and I think they also won 15. TFC play tomorrow? No. They don't play till the 15th. Shot, goal, goal, goal. That's 3 for Trinidad. For Trinidad, scores number 3. I don't know who he is. Playing forward. What a shot. Past 2 defenders. Dwayne Maquette scores. Dwayne Maquette puts it past 2 defenders, and the goalkeeper doesn't even move. And that's 3. Nil 3, 43rd minute. Yep. Yeah. Playing forward. All right. Let's see. Probably going to give me multiple answers. They give me singer, multi-instrumentalist, author, actor who died in 73, baseball player. Yeah. So that's why I don't know which one you're talking about. He's trash at Boca, or Cavani's so underrated. He's trash at Boca. YouTube. Oh, Lord. Some vaping dude? What? Is this a vaping dude or something? Okay. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad. Yeah. Playing forward. They scored a 4th. Trinidad have scored a 4th. And again, it is Dwayne Maquette with his 2nd of the game. Turns across home. And it's 4-0. Dwayne Maquette, the 45th minute. Nil 4. Dwayne Maquette gets the ball crossed to him, puts it in at the far post, and it's halftime. 4-0. 0-4 for Trinidad and Tobago. Interesting. With that being said, Trinidad's having a great win here. This is exactly the bounce back they needed. They should easily finish this one off. They're not going to give up 4 goals. Probably not. I wouldn't hope so. But Trinidad and Tobago are doing exactly what they need to do. They played well throughout this first half. And they've pretty much finished the game off in the first half as well. So what do they do for the second? We'll find out. But they need the 3 points, and they honestly need the goals as well for the goal differential. And they got them. With that being said, take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We'll be back. Talk about the stats and all that. Get this one going. Since I'll be back 0-4 Trinidad. Stats of the half. I mean, Company at least won Burnley the championship. Rooney's an idiot. Oh. They both suck. Rooney and Lampard, they both suck. Rooney, I don't know how he still got a job. Lampard's worse because he'll never get a job again. Rightfully so. Rooney somehow got a job again. So I guess he's slightly better only for the fact he hasn't completely embarrassed himself just yet. Lampard, it's worse because he's supposed to be a Mensa member. He's supposed to be a genius. Rooney looks like an idiot, and I think he is an idiot. I think he is an idiot. Like, what you see is what you get with Rooney. Lampard's supposed to be a genius. He's supposed to be a Mensa member or some shit like that. And he's absolutely embarrassed himself. I don't know. I would agree with that. That does suck. Yeah, Rooney's a horrible manager, but he's just an idiot. At least for Lampard's sake, he's a Mensa member, but he somehow can't get a job. I would agree with that. That's crazy. But Chiesa will still carry. With that being said, stats of the half. Let's stop calling Lampard a failed genius and Rooney an idiot. Let's move on. 19% possession, 81% possession. 3 shots to 11. 2 shots on goal to 5. And 4 of those were goals for Trinidad, of course. Come on. There we go. 60 accurate passes to 341, 70% to 93%, 3 fouls to 8, 1 corner to 3, 3 shots to 11, 2 shots on goal to 5, 86 passes to 367, 70% pass accuracy to 93. We got 4 throws to 9, 1 offside to 2, 1 yellow card to 0, no red cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 0-4 at the half for Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad are the better team. They've been dominant. They've been absolutely dominant. They've pushed Bahamas back. They're doing exactly what they need to do in this game. They're making Bahamas look semi-pro. That's all they're doing, really. They're making the Bahamas look semi-pro. Trinidad is showing their quality. They're getting the goals they need. Hell, they rotated, and 2 guys that didn't even start the last game have 3 of the 4 goals. Interesting. That's all I'm saying. It's interesting. No. So we'll see what happens through that. But Bahamas, they ain't shown nothing. They've got scored on 4 times. They'll get scored on more. Trinidad, they're showing exactly what they are. Not what you think they should be, but what they are. So I would agree with that. Yeah, Bastoni as a center back. Alessandro Bastoni. Chiesa. Scamacca. Yeah, we'll go with that. Bastoni, Chiesa, Scamacca. We'll go with that. Donnarumma will look better because Bastoni's in front of him, that's for sure. But, yeah, I won't say the best, but he'll look good enough. But, yeah, Scamacca, Bastoni, Chiesa. It's going to be one of those 3. But if Italy are to win, it's got to be like 2021, how they had Di Lorenzo, Spinazzola, Chiesa. All 3 of them really carried that team. And Donnarumma to an extent. Again, if Italy has 3 players where you could say, hey, this guy was the best player on the team, they could win the tournament again. Chiesa's probably one of those guys. He'll probably be the carrier. But if you look at a guy like Bastoni, you'll be like, yep, there you go. Or a Scamacca. At least have a striker this time. Retegui maybe as well. I don't know if he'll be as good as Scamacca, but it's there. Yeah, Real Madrid ain't losing. Like, if with Mbappe and Davies, they ain't losing a Champions League. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Anybody's hopes of winning the UEFA Champions League are over now. It's over now. 7 of those 8 spots that UEFA have in the 2029 FIFA Club World Cup are going to be by ranking. So Madrid won all 4 times, or whatever it is. Vicario needs to start. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I don't know if you could sell anybody else on that. But I'm okay with that. Barella's good. Immobile sucks, unless he's playing for Lazio, but he sucks for the national team. And they still won the damn thing. Immobile is one of them. And they still won the damn thing. So, honestly, the roster on paper is better. The roster on paper this year is better than the 2021 roster. Ironically enough, the problem is everybody else has gotten better. Berardi, Scamacca's better. Retegi's better. Teams are about to walk out for the second half. Here we go. Did I say he was good? I said there were players better than him. Still not as bad as Immobile, though. I'd rather have Berardi over Immobile. Probably more of a Euro 2021 thing you were saying. He's been injured all season. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't help that, but I mean, tactically, he's not a great player. Trinidad to play forward. Or Trinidad to kick off in the second half. And here we go. There it is. The second half to start. And Trinidad's kicked off. Let's see if they can pick up any more goals. Federico DiMarco, he's a good player. I think Federico DiMarco, he's very good. He should be very good on the squad. For the squad, Barella, Bastoni. Yeah, Inter has the best Italian players, domestic players. Yes, I would agree with that as well. I would agree with that. For the UEFA Euro 2024 in goal, I'd say Vicario. I would actually start Vicario in goal. If it was my pick, I'd start Vicario. They're going to start Donnarumma, but I would start Vicario. I would say DiMarco at left back. Center backs, I would go Bastoni and Mancini. Gianluca Mancini and Bastoni. Right back, I would go Dilo. Giovanni Di Lorenzo, DiMarco. So DiMarco, Mancini, Bastoni, Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Midfield-wise, I would go with Barella, Jorginho, and Fratesi. Front 3, I would go Chiesa, Retegui, and Scamacca. Scamacca up top, Retegui on one of the wings, and Chiesa on the other wing. Yeah, Fratesi, Jorginho, Barella in the midfield. That's where I would go with that. Well, he got banned for gambling, though, so. There you go. Let's see who they should have. A Cherubim, maybe they should have. No. We'll call up in the last 12 months. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I'm going to start. I would start Vicario in goal. I would start Vicario personally. They're not, but I would. I think Vicario is better than Donnarumma at this point. Wouldn't surprise me. Like at this point, I think the bettors should get Pete Rose level bans, to be totally honest. But yeah, in goal, I'd go Vicario, the back four. Mancini, or the back four. DeMarco, Bastoni, Mancini, Di Lorenzo, Jorginho, Barella, Fratesi, Chiesa, Retegui, Scamacca. That's where I would go with that for the Italy starting 11. That's where I would go. Is Retegui a winger? No. Is there anybody other than Chiesa that's really a winger on that forward line that I would start? No. I mean, maybe Raspadori. I wouldn't start Zaccagni. I wouldn't start him, El Shaarawy. He's old as hell. No. Yeah, I'd start Retegui on the wing, yeah. Maybe Raspadori starts instead, but that's ticky. That's ticky, to be honest. Playing forward is Bahamas. I'd start Retegui on the wing. Would it work? Who knows? Paunovic to Tigres. Well, okay, let's see if it works. Like, for me, front three. Chiesa play. Scamacca starts up top. And if you want to take off Scamacca, you can move up Retegui to the 9, put on Raspadori on the wing. You could play around with it. El Shaarawy is 31. He's 31. I mean, he is the oldest forward, and honestly, I think he might be the oldest player on the team straight up. No, he's the second oldest player on the team. Darmian is 34. Darmian 34, Shaarawy is 31. He's the second oldest player on the team. Jorginho's older. 32. Oh. Okay, third oldest. My bad. Let's see. By about a year. Yeah. Bonucci didn't get called up. He didn't get called up. I mean, let's see. I think he retired from. I think he retired overall from football. Bonucci just completely retired. Not just internationally, he completely retired. He was playing in Turkey, but he completely retired a couple of days ago. So, I think he retired from international football last year, but he completely retired this year. I agree with that. They have been. Darmian's not bad, though. He's not bad, but I'd rather have Mancini and Bastoni. I'd rather have Mancini and Bastoni in that center back pairing. Gianluca Mancini's had a really good season for Roma. He's had an amazing season, especially a good run-in, but he's had an amazing season. I think he deserves to be there as a starter. And Bastoni, of course, one of the best players, if he doesn't get hurt, will be one of the best players on the squad. I think they have to be the center back pairing, personally, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, and then he left to Fenerbahce. Really, he didn't want to stick it out for a 1 year under Mourinho? That sucks. Italy will never have a bad defense. They shouldn't. Italian football's based on tough defense. That's what they're known for. Like, even when Serie A was truly the best league in the world in the 90s and had a really good offense, tough defense has always been something Italy's known for. Even the years with Arrigo Sacchi, they still had a tough defense. And I respect that. Nowadays, if you're doing total football or gegenpressing or anything like that, yeah, the defenders can press, but tough defense, I wouldn't say Liverpool has a tough defense. Yeah, Virgil van Dijk is Virgil van Dijk, but I don't think Liverpool has a tough defense. I wouldn't call them tough. I wouldn't call Man City tough. But Arrigo Sacchi, when he created his zonal marking, was basically the father of total football. They had tough defenses. Cannavaro Maldini led to that, exactly. Cannavaro Maldini. So, to me, if I was managing, yes, I'm a very offensive manager, or I would be a very offensive manager. I believe in total football, Saudi ball-like type patterns of play, lots of positional rotation, maybe throw a little bit of what Thiago Motta does in there. But defensively, I want my defense to also be strong. Not just able to press, but also be strong. Honestly, yes, I think he could have. I think him not playing was a little bit of a harsh call, but they won anyway, so it doesn't matter. Baresi, yeah, very good player as well. But again, I would definitely, if I was a manager, I would definitely also bring back the thought process of tough defense. Because we want the ball as much as we can have it, but if you're on the ball, you're getting crunched. Because we're going to get the ball back. Center defensive mid, it works. Gattuso was a center defensive mid. Pretty much. And it was a tough SOB. So, I'll give it to you. Frankly, I'll give it to you. Maldini needed a World Cup. He's one of the greatest defenders ever. I agree with that. 2006. Again, I only know what I've really seen. Like, just because I've seen highlights of the goal, Trinidad scores a fifth. And it's 5-0 Trinidad. I really know 2006. I saw that live. Yeah, I'd have to say 2006. I'm sure some in the 90s and 80s were better. And I've seen some of the highlights of those eras. But it's got to be, for me, it's 06. 2021 wasn't that good of a squad. I mean, I'm not going to lie. They got a bit lucky. It was awesome, but they got lucky. Cross in, and that's a tap in there from Rion Moore, his second of the qualifiers. Rion Moore puts it in. Nutmegs the keeper, and it's 5-0. 56th minute. 0-5. I think it would have been harder for Italy to win in penalties, but it's still a coin flip. Like, yeah, they could have won. Would they have? I don't know. They could have, though. They would have had a better chance, yeah. Like, I mean, Zidane was a good penalty taker. I mean, yeah. You put him in there instead of one of the 5 guys that took a penalty, especially later on in that round. Yeah, they could have. If you put him in there, yeah, they could have. Simple, but Maldini has Ballon d'Or. I think Cannavaro won a Ballon d'Or, yeah. Before Messi and Ronaldo started just taking them all. But yeah, I think he won a Ballon d'Or. Defense to have a good structure, yeah. Whoever tops this group goes to the World Cup. No. The top 2 in this group go to round 3. The top of each group in round 3 will go to the World Cup automatically. The 2 best second-place teams go to a playoff, go to intercontinental playoff to get those 2 other spots. One was round 1, March. It's coming on my ass. It never will. Because they're England, that's why. Let's just laugh at it. We don't have to rationalize it. We just got to laugh at it. Probably. Just laugh at it. We don't have to rationalize it. 58th minute. It was those two-legged ties between Anguilla, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Turks and Caicos. The ones I couldn't even watch because they didn't even show them at all. It's going to go from Berlin to Rome. Forgot the qualifiers had already started. Well, they didn't even show the first round ties. I don't blame you for forgetting. Like, is it that hard to put the first 4 games on YouTube if you put all these other games on YouTube? Italy will get group. No. No, they won't. I think they'll get enough points to be a lucky loser at the very worst. One of the third-place lucky losers at the very worst. Albania ain't finishing above Italy. That's basically what you're telling me. Is Albania's finishing above Italy. That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening. '60th minute, 5-0 Trinidad. Who won more Europa Leagues, Roma or Sevilla? Sevilla. Sevilla has more Europa Leagues. Yeah, I think they have. Yeah, they have the most, Sevilla. UEFA Cups and Europa Leagues. Europa Leagues. And conference leagues don't count as Europa Leagues. They count as conference leagues. So, yeah, it'd be Sevilla. The Europa League merchants, Sevilla. Person 1, France will win the Euros. Person 2, no, England will. Person 3, be careful with Romania. Are you Irish, guy? Drops cold edit. Because for some reason, Irish guy is having a damn... It's the same thing with Turkey. Jesus Christ, did we not learn 3 years ago? Are we really saying Romania? Yeah, Romania is this year's Turkey. Romania is this year's Turkey. Dark horse is my ass. I guarantee you Romania is going to disappoint everybody just like Turkey did back in 2021. And I'll be saying it again. Stop doing it. Every time somebody gets called a dark horse, that's like the worst thing you could say to somebody. Makes them play even worse. I remember when people were like, oh, Turkey's going to be so good at the Euros in 2021. I'm like, what? What? Playing forward is Trinidad. Rion Moore from a bad angle. Can he find another place to shoot? That'll be cleared. 61st minute. I wanted Sevilla to get relegated, says Alex. It would be funny if they got relegated, but I wouldn't say they were one of the most teams who I wanted Everton to get relegated the most last year. I wanted Everton to go down. I was still a little bit pissed off about Sevilla stealing the Europa League from Roma, though. So, yeah, I kind of wanted Sevilla to eat shit when they were that low. My Nana never did. And she lived to what, 84, 85? I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, she lived long enough from the time where they changed everything to be crappy. So you know what? I know the risks. I don't care. My Nana's the one who got me into them, and she lived to 84, 85. One of those. Her mid-80s. I don't think it'll be the... And if I do die in my 60s or 70s, it ain't going to be the diabetes that gets me. It'll be the Alzheimer's. So, It'll be the dementia that gets me. 63rd minute. I used to, because when my Nana was alive, she loved that show. And by the way, when I did, I was like 12, 13, 14. I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched an episode of that show since my Nana died. Hell, I think she stopped watching that show like a year or two before she did die. So, yeah, she started really watching Westerns those last couple of years. Kind of like how my pop did. It's weird. 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 Oh, please don't start this. Don't start this. Our best athletes, if they played football, we'd be amazing. Stop that. Adderley's coming on, and Johnson coming on for Bahamas. Stop that. I hate that. Probably, but you know they got a lot of money for getting rid of them. So here. 7-0. 7-0. I think there'll be 2 more goals. Colombia's going easy now. Well done. Seven 0. Yeah, I'll go with 7-0. 65th minute. Let's score with Colombia. Fought mob, or somebody may put it in there first. I don't know. 0-2 Colombia. Colombia has a 2-0 lead. Still the 54th minute. Homelander. Had to choose. I barely watched the boys, but Homelander. The 65th minute. Fought mob. Fought mob. Child, I don't have a lisp. Come on now. Playing forward is Trinidad. Here's a shot. Goal. 6-0. Is he limping? Oh, no. And that is a goal for Malcolm Shaw. His second of the game. The Atletico Ottawa man gets in behind and puts it away for 6-0. Malcolm Shaw. Perfect pass. He got clipped in the leg, which is why I guess he was limping, but he puts it away anyway. Ballsy. That's ballsy. Fought, F-O-T-M-O-B. Fought mob. Fought, F-O-T-M-O-B, like the mafia. Fought mob. Sub on here for Trinidad. 2 subs. I honestly don't. No, Homelander's better. Do I need this? There we go. There we go. He's got it. He's got it. Do I need to spell it out like Robert Loggia? Nobody got. Has anybody even seen that Family Guy episode besides me? I don't know. Robert Loggia. He's got it. He's got it. Mob like the mafia. At least he got the mob part, right? Woodley is on for Malcolm Shaw. James on for Rion Moore. 67th minute. Angeron on for Maquette. 68th minute. I'm in Illinois. 15 minutes away from St. Louis. It's not Chicago. I'm in the corn area of the state. Corn for miles. They grow corn for miles, maybe sometimes soybeans, but, you know, I ain't nowhere near Chicago. Hell, not even near Springfield. I'm closer to that Amazon warehouse that got destroyed by that tornado a couple of years ago. Closer. Still not exactly there, but closer to that. South of it, but close. People know about that, right? 69th minute. I think everybody heard about that. Yeah, I think so. Because I chose TFC because of wanting to root for every Toronto team, because basically chose the Jays because of Roy Halladay. I was like, you know what? I'll choose everything else as well. Toronto comes around, boom. Besides, I was born in Mississippi, so I could choose whatever I want. No pro teams in that state. I could choose whatever I want. That was the rules. Besides, when I became a Jays, Leafs, Raptors fan, I was still down there. Or I hadn't really. I think we may have just moved up here, but we hadn't really put down roots yet. So, I still bleed Mississippi anyway. Who cares? The only thing that matters is I root for state. See, all we have is college teams. All they have is college teams in Mississippi and minor league teams. I chose Mississippi State. Goal for the USA, Tim Weah. Good for Tim Weah, but what a struggle that goal was. Hey, at least they got one. And Risklander's going nuts. Okay. So basically, I chose what I wanted because by the rules, I could have chose what I wanted. Now, what would have been wrong for me to do is choose Alabama. Now, what would have been wrong for me to do is root for another SEC school in the South or any other college football team that wasn't a Mississippi school. Now, that's what would have been wrong for me. Because why the hell would you root for Mississippi State if you ain't from Mississippi? Or went to Mississippi State? Or had any familial connections to the damn school? Why would you do that? It fittingly worked out because Toronto's a bunch of choking ass teams and Mississippi State chokes to hell and back too. It perfectly worked out. The only thing that's weird is Tom Brady won a lot. Thank God I had that, or I would have been committed. Probably. As in put in a straight jacket and thrown into a padded cell, committed, not just making sure. Put in a padded cell, committed, not whatever. I don't mean a private pile. I mean padded cell. So, playing forward, 73rd minute. Here comes Trinidad, shot over the bar. Good goal for the USA. Good passing movement. When they play free, they can do anything if they put their mind to it. Sadly enough, their coach is a joke. Like, seriously, though. Like, why does the USA always have these good moments that are, like, it's just so, how do I put this? The USA has these moments of where they look amazing. They look like what they think they are. Even with Berhalter, they look like what they think they are. But then they turn around and play the most dour, uninspired joke of a football match that, seriously, it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. Diaz hit both posts. But seriously, it makes no sense to me. Luis Diaz almost scored. I thought Darwin was the one who liked to miss. Oh, okay. They hit both posts, though. But again, I don't get it because Greg Berhalter's a horrible manager. We get that. But the USA plays to their talent every so often. And you see these moments of like, if they could just do this all the time, they'd be great. Then they don't. And then they play a dour game. The next game they play and they get beat 3-0 by some team they shouldn't even get beat 3-0 by. Or they go on the road and they look like total crap and maybe get a 1-0 win because it's some nobody team. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I mean, I was making fun of Darwin because I wanted to. This bird is out of control. Well, yeah, but against Man City, I wouldn't blame him. Because here's the thing for me. If you're playing Man City and you got a chance to put a ball on net or take a shot, you take the shot. The more chances you put on net, some's going in. Shot, saved. Some's going in, right? Man City, you ain't going to get many chances. So the chances they give you, you got to at least try to take. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion, though. You want to beat them, you got to take the chances they give you. If you miss them, so be it, you missed them. Shot, save. No, my point being is, even if they aren't on net, at least you're trying. And I guarantee you that some other players not going to have a better look. Like, if you're in behind against Man City or you have the room to take a shot, you take a damn shot. I don't care if it goes into freaking space. Nobody else is going to have as good of a look as you. Nobody. So take the damn shot. If it goes into space, it is what it is. Matt Turner's the Courtois USA. What delusional shit? Are we really comparing Matt Turner to Thibaut Courtois? What? No. We ain't doing that. No. Raul Gil is on for Andre Rampersad for Trinidad and Tobago, 77th minute. No, we're not doing that. No. Matt Turner's Courtois. Come on. No, we're not doing that. He just made a spectacular save. Stephen Yates is off for Dante Gilbert. Let me tell you something. Just because you make the spectacular save does not mean you are a world-class goalkeeper. Sometimes even crap goalkeepers make great saves. Okay? I've seen some really bad Toronto goalkeepers make some really good saves. And I'm like, why can't you do that all the time? Why can't you do that all the time, Alex Bono? Why can't you do that all the time? It's like, oh, hey, he made an amazing save. And then he just lets one in 3 seconds later. 1v3 on defense. Oh, I never say Ochoa's on the level of Courtois because he never was. Except for World Cups. But anytime else, no. But at least you're truthful. But he was there, and I saw him play for years. And I saw him have a really good season, start okay, have a really good season, a great season where he was really protected by that defense. And then as soon as he lost the penalty shootout to Chivas in the Champions League final, he became a joke. Trinidad's attacking. Both teams have made a couple of subs, but Bahamas have damn near given up. They just want to play this out. Trinidad are sort of just playing it out as well. Like if they score, they score, but I don't think they're really going for it. They know they have the win. They know they have the goal differential. They know they're not going to get scored on. It's pretty much it's that. It is what it is. And if we score, so be it. But I don't think they're really pushing for a goal, and I don't think Bahamas are really pushing for anything more than it is what it is. Let's just let this play out type thing, you know? That's where we are at this point. It's really just being played like a training session at this point. Don't call Canada the France of CONCACAF. You could do that if Canada wins. If Canada wins the match, you can start calling them the France of CONCACAF by transitive property. No, but don't do that until they win. No, don't. Let's not do that. Please, don't. Let's not do that. Will Courtois become the best goalkeeper of all time? No. Let's see. Who else do we got? I mean, Yashin. We got Yashin, best goalkeeper of all time. One of the best goalkeepers of all time. Yeah, Lev Yashin. And Courtois. Julio Cesar. Gigi Buffon. Yeah, no, Courtois don't measure up to any of those guys. Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that. Well, I mean, it makes sense. Who's the only guy doing these games? You have your star for choice in the North American games. I'm not saying you're making the right choice by picking somebody else, but you're star for choice. Who's the only guy doing these games, Caribbean-wise? Yeah, the less people doing a game, the more views I get, just by acclamation. Now, again, on other games, you're star for choice. Maybe you prefer somebody else. I'm not saying you're making the wrong decision, but maybe you prefer somebody else. Maybe you pick the first one you see and it ain't me, which that's definitely making a bad choice, but I understand if you prefer somebody else, but if you're picking the first one you see that ain't me, or it ain't me and you're picking the first one you see, you're making a bad choice. If you prefer somebody else, I get it. But again, you're star for choice. Even with the European games, you're star for choice. Maybe you'd rather watch a guy who has a European accent talk about a European game. Again, I think that is a bad decision. I still know more than half of those guys, maybe even 3/4 of them, but whatever. It is what it is. Radecki's not German. I don't want to say Ter Stegen. Damn it. I don't want to say Neuer, though. We'll just go Ter Stegen. Screw it. We'll go Ter Stegen. You're wrong. No problem. I mean, who knows? Maybe Dita's Mbappe's real father. They look very much alike. I've heard rumors. Well, there's a free kick. 83rd minute. I found a Club America football at Ross. I don't know if you saw this, but I found a Club America football at Ross where I found the a Brazil t-shirt. Thank God I found that. It was $11. Of course, I'm going to buy it for Copa coverage, but I found a Club America football. I was like, I didn't get it. Why would I buy it? Why would I buy Televisa FC football? Even if it's cheap enough, why would I buy it? What, to microwave it? Actually, that's a good idea. Is it a good idea to microwave this? I don't think they ever microwaved a football. I don't think Jory ever microwaved a football. Shit, I should have bought it to microwave it. Damn. And that's 7-0 for Trinidad. I wasn't going to do a giveaway for that. No. And it's 7-0 for Trinidad. They pop it away. Damn it, I should have. That was a good idea. I should have bought it to microwave it. That would have been a great idea. Is it a good idea to microwave this? And the top bins, well, past the keeper shot, one top bins, but number 9, Nathaniel James scores number 7. Makes a run and puts it past the keeper. Near post, keeper runs out of his net. '84th minute, 0-7. Nathaniel James scores in the 7th minute. Yeah, he sure is. Because Bahamas are even worse. Pretty much, yeah, but they have a team. See, they picked 11 tourists to play this game, or 10 tourists and Leslie St. Fleur to play this game. They picked 10. They played like a group of 11 tourists. Hey, if you go to the Bahamas during an international window, you could play a football match. Who's the lucky winners tonight? Actually, if that was it, I would go. If that was possible, I would go. I'd be down. Exactly. Trinidad must win against St. Kitts a year from now. But this was must win too. But they did their job. They win against St. Kitts. Doesn't really matter what they do against Costa Rica. If they could draw, that's a miracle, but that helps. A loss is the most likely situation. And a win's not happening. Hell probably froze over. Playing forward is Bahamas. Shot save. And that's going to be a goal. Bahamas put one away. Bahamas make it 1-7. They get one back. Not that it matters, but that's going to hurt the goal differential. Number 9, Wood Julmus scores. Off the rebound. And puts away the rebound. They won. Yeah, Trinidad won the game. They couldn't keep a clean sheet. Huh. Interesting. Saved right in the path of Wood Julmus, and he puts it past Denzel Smith, 87th minute. And it's 1-7. They finally woke up. Yeah, you're not going to have fun with that one, aren't you? And they're playing in Trinidad, so you can't even go to the game. Hopefully you stay safe that day. Hopefully nobody takes offense to the jersey. They can talk shit, but like nobody takes offense to the point they how do I put this? Jump you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You may find the wrong fan. I don't know. There's always a couple. There's always a couple of fans in each sect that might jump you for wearing the wrong shirt. I hope that doesn't happen to you. I don't know how these small Caribbean teams are even considered professionals by FIFA. I can't even see them on the map. They're so tiny. It's such a disadvantage for those teams because there's barely anybody there. Well, you know what? How about watch a hurricane coverage? Like when sun's coming out of the main development region off Cape Verde and all that, and it's going towards the Lesser Antilles. You'll see some of these nations. Bahamas, if sun's going into Florida, you'll see the Bahamas. You'll see Bermuda if it's going north. That wouldn't be a bad idea. You mean Luke Wildman? Playa del Carmen? I'd love to go back. I've said it before. But if I'm going anywhere that's about to get hit by a hurricane for vacation, I am going to. I don't care what I have to sign. This time, I'm going to be down there and cover that damn thing. 3-1 for Colombia. I will go full Jim Cantori. Let me tell you, if I go anywhere that has a hurricane coming, this time, I'm going to do what I should have done 19 years ago. I'm going to go full Jim Cantori. I don't care what I have to sign. I will go live and storm chase that damn thing for all of y'all if I ever go somewhere. If a hurricane's coming somewhere, I go vacation. This time, we're going to do it right. Bet on that. Call me crazy, but bet on that. 89th minute. One, two, three, caramba! 90th minute. I'm sure he did. I don't blame him. Seconds to go. I wouldn't eat pigeon. That doesn't seem appetizing. 3 minutes of stoppage time. You should just blow the whistle now. 1, 2, 3, caramba. But yeah. I'm not Peruvian, so Greenland joining CONCACAF. I saw. I'm eating tortas. That sounds good. Well, they did score 7. They just got scored all once. But, you know, pretty on the money. You know what? Maybe if Jamaicans like it, maybe I'll give it a try. My luck. We not have that. Go to get it. We not have that. How much time extra? There's 1 minute and a half to go. Am I missing out on something? Am I missing out on something here? I'm going to go full Anthony Bourdain or something. All the big guns are doing horribly. At least we're not the only ones. Mexico's probably saying the same thing. 1 minute to go. 1-7. $2.20. $30 seconds. What you call a bounce back. And Trinidad still got scored on. 3 goals against and 9 goals for, which is a 6-goal differential, which isn't too bad. How am I supposed to do that if I'm not live? 9 p.m. 3 minutes in of stoppage time. I'll send you a singing telegram. And that's full time. Wait, nope, not yet exactly. Playing forward, Trinidad. And now it's full time. It's 1-7. On the night, Trinidad and Tobago get the win 1-7. No. What even is playing at 9 p.m.? Mexico, Brazil? Oh. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's too late. With that being said, that's that. 1-7 to go. Bahamas got 1. Trinidad got 7. Trinidad with the bounce back. 6-goal differential plus 6-goal differential. Ending their window. They do not play again till next June in the qualifiers. Of course, they play Nations League in the fall, but it's their last World Cup qualifying game till next June. They play their other 2. Next June, everybody will have 2 games played. But with that being said, Trinidad gets a good bounce back. They get the win. Simple as. Got what they needed. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. You know what? I think that's insulting to Peter Vermees, but yeah, he ain't great. I'd say the Joe Biden of coaches would be Roy Hodgson. That's more likely. But, I mean, yeah, Peter Vermees is getting stale. He's more like stale bread that's molding over. That's more like it. Roy Hodgson would be Joe Biden. But with that being said. With that being said, oh, Rafael Santos Borre scored. Former Toronto FC target. Cool. Hey, at least the USA scored a goal. Blood Diamonds. With that being said, if you like this stream, like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. No, I will not be live for Mexico, Brazil. It's too late. I will be live 2 times tomorrow, though. With that being said, I'll see you for the review of this video. I'm out. Review of this game within the hour. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See ya.